Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby Kid.
Black Superman.
Simply Cedric.
Also known as David Clark.
Walter Bryant.
Cedric Harris.
Today, we are finally talking about Avengers Endgame.
You say finally as if, this hasn't only been out for 3 days and made over $1 billion.
For some of us, it's been out for a little longer. Some of us saw it earlier.
Well,
okay. Well,
privileged people.
Yes.
Yes.
Highly.
In the life of luxury right
Monocle.
there. Right. But for us normals,
yeah, for you normals,
it's only been out for like 3 days.
Yeah. But still.
Actually, for some of us, it's only been out for like 2 days because, they don't live in L.A., Chicago, or New York.
Which is silly.
You should live in those cities.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I don't know why you're not. Yeah. But anyways, though, guys, so this is going to be our spoiler full review.
Yes.
So if you have not seen it, first off, what's wrong with you? Second off, deal with it. All right.
Yes. Or you can turn this off right now.
Nope.
Just put it on pause.
No. You're in too deep now.
No. It's too late.
All right, guys. So first, let's start off with each of us saying a one sentence about this movie. Cedric, you go first.
Okay. No pressure. I love the ending. Just the handing over of the next phases to people. My personal favorite part at the end was Sam getting the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bucky and Cap both said, Sam, no, you get the shield.
Yeah.
And all the white people who hate black people doing stuff can't say anything.
And it looks like before Cap did that time travel, him and Bucky clearly talked about it.
Yes.
Because he was not surprised by anything that happened there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Bucky gave the nod. Cap's like, no. This is...
That's a lie. That was more than a sentence, though. So,
I don't care.
So you failed that.
It was a very long sentence.
Well, lots of comments.
Yes.
Okay. Me personally... Okay, I'm a cyborg. I have no emotions.
It's true.
I cried one manly tear. So that alone should tell everybody how great this movie was. I mean, me personally, Cap summoning Mjolnir, not just accidentally falling on it or something, but knowing deep within his soul, hey, look, I am worthy.
Yep.
Reaching out his hand and Mjolnir flying to him.
Yep.
I was like,
he was Thunderbolt.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yep.
It was beautiful.
No, it was great.
Yeah.
For me, this is the single greatest cinematic achievement in human history that makes it better than all movies that came before it. Because not one movie can say it did anything like this.
No.
Not one.
No.
So, for all people who think, people say this is the Citizen Kane of something. No. You now say this is the Endgame of something. Because all other movies can suck it. All right?
Well, yeah. 10 years. They even talk about it in the movie.
Yeah.
Thanos has been in my head for 8 years. It's been 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah. And it's been all that just to get to this point.
And this is a thing that 10 years ago, no one would have thought was possible.
No.
I mean, shoot, even with Iron Man 1, 30 directors turned it down. Because he was a B-list hero from, at the point of failing Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is why I'm glad Jon Favreau got a chance, was in the movie too.
Yes.
Because he deserves it, because we would not have this without him.
No. It was, I've seen some articles of people trying to, we told you so with, Iron Man was a risk at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because Marvel didn't have the Fantastic Four. They didn't have Spider-Man. Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. was, he people knew him, but he wasn't as big as he is now. And just to take the chance was, like I said, it's a chance.
Oh. Iron Man was perfect symmetry because Iron Man actually made Robert Downey Jr. as famous as he is now.
Yes.
And no one else could have done Iron Man.
Plus, he was a risk of all his drug problems and all that stuff.
But he was also perfect.
He was the perfect one,
drug
absolutely
problems.
perfect.
Yes.
I loved how at the end, how the last person that they showed at the funeral was Nick Fury. Because he was one that brought Tony into all this.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
And dude, by the way, I want to know how much money he got paid because that's all he did. The movie was show up and didn't say anything.
Yeah.
He got like $10 million. He walked in, put some clothes on, was like, "Let me stay like a black man." Cool. All right, guys, thanks for the check, and bounced.
But even still, the end credits thing, with Nick Fury taking a chance with Sam Jackson playing Nick Fury, and then saying, "Oh, the Avengers Initiative." Not even planning on any of this, just like, hey, maybe if we throw this out, we might get a second movie. Kind of like with Deadpool. Maybe if we take a chance, shoot this little scene, we might get a whole movie out of it. And they did. They got 10 years out of it.
It was fantastic. I loved how at the end, when they had in the credits when they got to the original 6, how they had that special highlight for everybody where with their signature.
Yeah.
I thought that was first off.
Yeah.
DC, I'm so sorry that they've done everything cool that could be done already. But
they've laid the template out. Just
just copy them at this point.
Copy it.
See, okay, here's the. I've been having this same conversation with like DC fans for about 3 years now, and the Endgame has totally justified every single thing I said. Okay, it doesn't matter that Zack Snyder's vision sucked. When you decided to lay down that road and you said, okay, this is the road we're going to go down, no matter the fact that it was horrible, you follow that out. Mm-hmm. You've already laid down all the breadcrumbs. You've already laid down all the paths. You've already got everything that can intersect. You've already mentioned Darkseid.
Right.
Yeah. Just do it.
Yeah. Just get better. Because for example,
Iron Man 2 was horrible.
Dark World.
I liked Iron Man 2, sir. Dark World's correct though. That is the worst movie in the DC.
Wait. No, I apologize. I apologize. Iron Man 2 wasn't bad. Iron Man 3 was bad.
Right.
Iron Man 3 wasn't bad. It just wasn't good.
James Bond, Tony, and exploding armors.
Okay.
It's like right above Dark World.
Okay. So
I mean.
But the point is,
it's better you can get better.
Just follow that path and get better.
Because MCU's had some low points.
Yes.
It's had actor changes.
Yes.
And they just kept going.
Yes.
So
which, by the way, kept them from being able to flash back to Iron Man 1 because Rhodey wasn't the same guy.
And they couldn't no flashbacks from the Hulk movie either. Which I heard partly because of that, but also partly because Universal still has rights to solo Hulk films, which sucks. Which is why you haven't seen it as much from the Hulk, because they don't fully own his movie rights yet, which sucks.
Well, he's been a nice like add-on to the movies. Like Professor Hulk was nice with the tacos.
I really wanted to see Savage Hulk at the final fight, because Hulk needed some vengeance. I get it that his arm was charred by Infinity, but
yes.
I was like, but then I also thought he's also really expensive to do, and they're already spending so much money.
Well, they actually, this morning when we were talking, I said that the last thing I read was like they'd already made $600 million. That's not true. I had read that they'd made 1.1 billion. And the reason why I read that was because 1.1 billion apparently was also their budget. So they had just broken even this morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember years ago they said that it was like $100,000 like a minute or something for Hulk.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
But I mean, Thanos, the Hulk, Iron Man, this is all CGI.
The entire army.
Yeah. This is all CGI. So it was expensive as heck for them to make.
Well, just think about that last fight though, when you had the original 3 versus Thanos, like throwing the shield, hitting him lightning bolt. Phase on
bouncing the hammer off the shield to make a shockwave. Wait, guys, hold on though. The absolute best part of this whole movie though, Avengers, assemble, dude.
Okay.
Both my theaters lost it. When he said Avengers and it just hung in the air for a while, and my theater was like, "Say it, say it!" He's like, "Assemble." We're like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
I held my breath because I was like, "You better not. You better not." And then he said it, and I was like, "All right, this was all worth it. It was all worth it.
All 10 movies are worth it. All 10 years of movies are worth it now."
Yes, that moment. Well, first of all, when you hear Sam in Cap's ear, and you're like, oh, "It worked."
First off, on your left comes from from Winter Soldier when he kept passing him up on the run.
Yeah.
So I love all of the little references there.
Well, yeah.
Which is great.
Tying off this stuff. But you hear Sam and he's like, on your left. And then the portal opens up and Black Panther walks through. You're like,
King goes first.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then he starts chanting. And Avengers.
Yes. Which, by the way, it didn't go over my head that as everybody was standing around watching, it was T'Challa who called everybody to arms.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like everybody's standing there and it was like, yeah, okay. The king has arrived.
Well, I watched Infinity War the night before I went and saw Endgame, and in the final fight, it's Cap and Black Panther just outpaces him. He's like, "Oh no, I'm so faster than you."
He's like, "I actually have powers." But I mean, first off, I love when Black Panther when Clint was running with the gauntlet, when Panther said, "Barton, give it to me."
Yeah.
Because the last time they saw each other, he was shooting arrows at him.
Yeah, they were fighting. Each other. Yeah.
So, I love that. Giant Man.
Yes.
Got a chance to I don't know if he's just gotten used to dealing with being bigger, or if Marvel was like, guys, It's the final fight. Because he was fine. He was like, yeah, I'm punching stuff. I'm fine.
It was a cinematic splash page. That final fight when everyone popped out of the portals and everything. But it was amazing.
Thanos' face, though, when the army showed up, he's like, well, all right, that's a little worrying. And then Captain Marvel comes and runs through a ship. He's like, all right, well.
Well, but even still, like, why they stopped firing.
Yeah.
Why they stopped firing.
Like, oh, no. Threat.
All right, now without mentioning exactly what caused this reaction from you, remember that thing that happened to you a few years ago, and you said after it happened, you went to your hotel room, you just went, nope, and you went to bed? That was what happened to Thanos at the end of that movie.
Yeah! He's like,
and he just sat
down. He's like, nope, this my life is over. I'm just going. Yep. But no, dude. And Captain Marvel, I think, was used correctly. She didn't come in and save the day. I did like when because one thing I like is that she's in binary all the time. Binary should be something special.
Yeah.
And also, it shows that in the last 20 years she hasn't learned anything new. Anyways, though,
she got a haircut.
But yeah, she got a haircut. But like when she was like struggling with Thanos and like Thanos tried to headbutt her, it had no effect. Which I guess he wasn't using the Power Stone at that time. No. But I did like that little clutch move he did where taking the Power Stone out and then hit her in the face with Infinity.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
Infinity power.
Yeah. That was a very anime punch, by the way. With that energy trail, she's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like they used her the correct amount. I just think that if they took away binary from her constantly, she could be there the whole time instead of just being there at the end.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep throwing shade at DC. I just wanted y'all to know this up front. All right, so Justice League. Superman is my favorite superhero.
Yes.
But one of my biggest problems with Justice League was once he showed up at the end of the movie,
there's no challenge.
There was no challenge whatsoever. Steppenwolf was gone.
Wait for Darkseid.
Yeah.
Well, that was supposed to be the thing.
Yeah, so like Superman shows up, he punches Steppenwolf like twice, and then from that moment on, like everybody could handle him.
Yeah.
There was no point.
Yeah.
When Superman even showed up. Okay, so Captain Marvel is the most powerful hero that they got. She shows up
outside of Hulk and Thor.
No. At this point, she's stronger. She's stronger because.
Well, they say she is.
No. At this point, she's stronger because he's Dr. Hulk, and Dr. Hulk doesn't have the ability to channel into.
But as you know, if she punched the professor hard enough, Savage Hulk would take over, and his rage. He got punched by Thanos in the face pretty hard. It didn't because he wasn't ever actually. Wait. When? You mean in this movie or Infinity War?
In this movie.
Okay, but that wasn't really enough to.
That's kind of a point.
Sometimes you got to push Hulk really far.
You saw him kind of leak out. You saw
like he started to get pissed off, and then he brought it down.
Yeah.
So like what I'm saying, at this point, for as far as this movie goes. She was the more powerful. Now, it doesn't mean that the Hulk couldn't have gotten more powerful.
She's great at flying through ships.
Both
these last two movies have shown us that she's really good at flying through ships.
Yes. Which is
she's still
power.
Kind of get handled though.
She can handle.
Well, she got those hands.
She got infinite hands.
Yes.
She's like infinite.
But that's what the with like your point to Justice League. Superman walks in, Steppenwolf's nothing. It took the entire Marvel universe. Like the original 3 had to do work, and then the rest of the universe had to come in and support to take Thanos out. Like it was an all universe thing. It wasn't like, Darkseid obviously is a problem for Superman, but so far in the DC cinematic universe, we haven't seen anything that can even step to Superman at the moment.
Yeah, which is a problem.
Yeah, it is.
But I feel like with Hulk and Thor. They definitely nerfed both of them in this movie.
They did.
I love Fat Thor though.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Well, yeah, because they had lazier, fatter Thor who hadn't fought for 5 years.
Yeah, and
then they gave Hulk the Professor role, which I think was a mistake. I think they should have had him learn how to switch back and forth, more and go and maybe been a World Breaker Hulk. Because honestly, the perfect spot for Hulk to come back and get his vengeance was when he took the Power Stone out. Hulk should have came in and knocked the gauntlet away, and he should have had a rematch with Thanos using the Power Stone as Savage Hulk and got some hits in. That would have been perfect because the last time they fought, He had the Power Stone.
There was very few things that I think weren't perfect in this movie. I think Hulk not getting revenge from just the ship in Infinity War. Just seeing him take out all the Asgardians and stuff. Just not getting revenge. And then, for me, might be controversial, the whole women's power.
Oh, the girl power moment?
Yeah. The girl power moment. It was cute. It was cute. It was nice seeing all the women together. It didn't make sense to me. Okay, why not have Sam and Rhodey help T'Challa when he's running? Have all the black people together. We'll have all the women together. Have all the mutants together.
It should have been Carol and then whoever was in the area at the time. It should have been like actually, what it should have been is all the heroes going into Phase 4. It should have been.
That might have actually been what that was, though. So
so no dudes except for Peter.
I mean, they pretty much made it clear that they want to do a women's Avengers movie.
Well, and they're going to do the guard of T'Challa.
The Dora Milaje?
Yeah, they're going to do that movie too.
They're getting.
They say they want to.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see about it. But
still, if that ends up being the all-female Avengers team, which doesn't make sense to me, but if they do that, then that makes sense for them to do that shot.
Ironheart could be Tony's daughter instead of Riri.
I don't think Marvel would do that because of the backlash.
They might.
What they should do is make the daughter Rescue, since that name has not actually been used yet officially.
Yeah.
Make her Rescue, and then she can have a friend who's actually smart, who's black, who's Riri. Because we don't know if his daughter is going to inherit his genius.
Yeah.
So it'd be funny if her friend is the genius who's black, and she becomes the roadie who has the armor that's like one step behind all the time. It's like, Tony, how's it feel?
Right.
Well, by the way, Rhodey did get a nice War Machine upgrade.
Yeah, he did.
This movie.
But still, 18 phases.
Yeah.
How many lasers did he have, Walter? None.
There were like missiles and
None. He's like 18 phases.
I said it was a nice upgrade. I didn't say it was,
He's still stuck in Iron Man 3 right now. Pepper comes out, she's like firing energy arrays her first time, like, yeah! Oh, that scene was cool though. Pepper and Tony back to back.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, it's poor Rhodey still can't get an upgrade.
Spider-Man. Activate instant kill! Oh god! Like the legs just start
stabbing people.
Next stabbing,
But even still, I like. We haven't seen this Spider-Man experience loss yet, like Gwen Stacy or something.
Right.
Seeing Tony die is a good moment of loss.
And it makes a scene from the Far From Home trailer make more sense, where it's Happy talking to him saying, "You're all alone now."
Yeah.
Now we know what that means.
Yeah.
There's no more fancy upgrades coming. Yeah. It's just, here's your suit that you made and your own web shooters. And whatever you have from Tony that you can reproduce.
Yeah. And, I mean, Nick Fury's there, which he knows about him.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure Stark Enterprises is going to have, like, a room for
Spider-Man.
Yeah, for him to use. Like, there'll be, like a spider cave or something.
And now, Reed Richards is available for him, so...
Yeah.
We'll see if
that's true.
They can use him.
And it's not like Banner is completely inept at building machines.
No,
it's just not his.
He's good at building. Yeah. Good at building machines. You know though, this is a test to Hulk's intelligence. See, Tony is good at building machines that like shoot all kinds of energy and do stuff. Hulk is good at making machines specifically tuned to gamma and whatever happened to do with how they make Captain America, because that's what the gamma experiment was about.
Mm-hmm.
But he figured out time travel in like a day. He was literally one step away, and if he just had a little more time, he would have figured it out.
Well, yeah.
Or if he had Tony's tech, because I mean, realistically speaking, like it looked like Hulk was just sort of tinkering with stuff.
Yeah. Without that was in the back of the van.
Yeah,
that was already 5 years outdated. Money helps. And on top of that, I thought about this my second viewing. Tony had like a couple like a day or so lead time on thinking about it too. But that to me that shows that Hulk or Banner is super intelligent to be out of his element and to get that far in a day.
Well, remember we were reading the
Indestructible Hulk when Tony finds Banner and Banner's like, yeah, here's a device I made. You know, it can cure all waterborne illness in a week in the world. And Tony's like, oh, that's cool. He goes into the bathroom looking in the mirror, almost crying. He's like, you're still richer than him. Because like, he asked him, oh, what do you call it? And Banner goes, I call it Tuesday. You know, and to be fair, in the comics, once Shield gave him all the money and support he needed, he cracked time travel. He cracked having himself be outside his body while the Hulk was active. So, if you give him resources, I mean,
yeah, if he has resources and if no one's trying to hunt him,
he helped make Ultron.
Well, that was the thing about Banner, is that he was always on the run trying to keep the Hulk away from people, so he never really had any backing. But I like how they show. Well, I don't know. That's something I picked up on. Is like everyone in the Marvel universe is pretty smart. There's no like super like Ultron level genius, or Ultron is the highest genius, because they're like, we only have this a little much of Pym juice or whatever. You're going back in the past.
Yeah.
Take some more.
And
they eventually did, but they're like, oh wait, they had to think about it. Oh wait, no, it is here. Right. They didn't just off the bat think.
By the way, one thing I hope that they include in the deleted scenes is, remember what Hank Pym said in one of his flashbacks? He's like, basically, I would die before I let her start cold by technology.
Oh, yeah.
I would like, at the very least, in the next Ant-Man movie, I want him to talk about that. Yeah, like, hey, you gave them my tech? Like, you were dead.
Right.
Half of everyone was dead.
Your daughter was dead. You were dead. Your wife was dead.
And what Hank would say was, well, do I get credit for coming with the pin particle then?
Right.
I may have forgotten to mention it to the press. Because I feel like Pym didn't get enough credit for the fact that he is why everyone is alive now.
Well, and Scott was kind of smart, but he's like, I just can't figure it out. There's a thing. I don't know what it is. You guys figure it out.
Right.
But Pym is supposed to be one of the smartest men.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the comic books, he created Ultron, so there's
it's based off his
but
high functioning mind.
It's funny.
High functioning.
I had to when my wife was sitting there with me watching the movie, we started talking about the explanations as to why the time couldn't be changed, why the timeline couldn't be changed, because she sort of didn't understand it. Mm-hmm. She didn't get why Black Widow didn't come back with the snap to bring everyone back. Mm-hmm. And so I had to explain to her that, okay, the easiest way you can explain this is, if the stones didn't kill him, the stones don't bring him back.
Well, he tried to bring her back.
He tried, but if the stones didn't kill them, the stones didn't bring him back. So
Hulk also kind of explained this version of time theory. Is that we saw their timeline.
No, guys, there's an easy way to explain this. They're using Dragon Ball Z time travel. Remember when Trunks came back to stop the androids?
Oh, yeah.
And he went back and his time was still the same?
Yeah.
Yes, because you helped another timeline avoid that fate. But your future is still the same.
Yeah, exactly. It just, we're on this timeline. And in this timeline, Natasha was in the Soul Stone instead of Gamora, which helps sets off Fat Thor and the Guardians to find Gamora.
Right.
And then Vision is dead because he used the Mind Stone.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that whole thing has played out, even though they're going to do a TV show, which doesn't make sense.
But I mean, technically the android still exists, or because it would come back because
I think
so. He should be okay.
Vision and Wanda might either take place in the 2 years between the last two movies, or between the last movie, or he might be alive because they put the Mind Stone back where it was, which means it did get used to make Vision, but since they killed Thanos from 2014, he never. So in that timeline, Vision should still be alive. But in the main timeline, he's not, because, like Hulk said, what was your past is now become your future, and your future is now your past. Yeah. So all the things still happen in that timeline. Yeah. It's just some scenes have repeated. If that helps think of it like that.
Well, this version of time theory.
Yeah.
And so now that means that, like, before I was wondering why Sam and Bucky would have a show. Mm-hmm. Now I get it. Yeah. Okay, it's not Sam and Bucky, it's Captain America and Bucky.
Yeah. But
they
couldn't say that.
Yeah, they couldn't say that.
It's Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's great. It's going to be great for Sam to struggle with trying to be Cap and, Bucky, you were his best friend, blah, blah, blah. But him sitting there, getting that flashback to him just dancing, that was
good.
Great.
He finally got his dance.
Got his dance. Man.
And the thing is, so some people were asking this question about, how that happened, how he got married to her. Does that erase, Peggy's children or whatnot? No, because when he went back in time, that was the alternate timeline. He spent his whole life in the other timeline, then used his recall technology to come back to the mainstream timeline and just wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they've been shown they can come back on their own.
Well, not only that, he's superhuman, so he could have seen her die and his kids become adults, and he's just getting that old and could have waited in that timeline. Yeah. So.
And then there's also the possibility that, Peggy never actually told him who her husband was. So, I mean, we never heard that. So, as far as anything, when he sat down with her, it could have been him the whole time.
And he could have told her, "Don't ever tell anybody."
Yeah, or you're like, I'm going to show up. You're like, you already know this because I'm 9 years older than the last time you saw me.
You're right.
When I show up the first time, you can't tell me that I'm your husband. You can't. You just have to let it go until I come back.
And she would.
Yeah,
she would
because he told her.
Because she knows he's coming.
Because she's about that life. I mean, she helped start S.H.I.E.L.D. So.
Well.
Yeah. Oh, also they're going to be doing a Captain America and Peggy Carter What If series, which would be great. Yeah, basically it's Rem What If, yes. There was so much
good
that happened in this movie. I mean, it is ridiculous. I love the elevator scene, like the calling back to Winter Soldier, and then they were able to get in a little bit of Secret Empire when he goes over. He goes, "Hail Hydra!" The theater was like, "Oh!"
They reclaimed it. They reclaimed it. They made the comic series not terrible.
And the cat just walks off with the spear, and they're like,
with a smile.
Which means now in that timeline, they might think that Captain America has always been a Hydra agent, according to Hydra.
According to Hydra, yeah.
Yeah, it's curious.
That's a cool fix.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So now there's a secret. See, but here's the thing, though. With some of the things they've done with time, I think there's enough errors now that Kang the Conqueror's time has been screwed. I think there's a good case for him being one of the big bads. Maybe not a phase ending villain, but definitely deserving of his own movie. Mm-hmm. I think Kang should be like, hey, y'all done screwed up. Like, maybe from like the worst timeline, he comes like, hey, we were the best timeline. What did you do?
All right, so we talked about a lot of like big moments that we liked. Mm-hmm. What are the little moments that you liked?
When they met the Sorcerer Supreme, when Hope met the Sorcerer Supreme, and she was arguing about I can't give this to you, Strange over there, blah blah. But when he said, well then why did Strange give him the stone? And she's like, no, okay, you're right. Here you go. Yeah. Boom. Like I the trust she has in Strange, who at that point she had not yet met.
Yeah.
Is crazy. And then I like anything talking about the Sorcerer Supreme. I like that because he hasn't actually got that title yet. So this is like alluding to it.
Yeah.
But no, I like the fact that from the one fact that she knows that a guy she hasn't met yet gave the stone up. There's a reason for it. Here you go. Boom. See, I like that because I know, and Walter, we talked about this. If one of us showed up to one of our other selves or each other in the past and said, I need you to do this thing that seems crazy, but just trust me, I can't tell you why. We go, all right.
Yeah. I fully expect that to happen at some point in my life.
I'm ready.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Beam me up.
Yeah.
Cedric?
I would have to say it was all the little quips, like just the Hail Hydra, the on your left, the little things that over all these years have been coming together. Thor in the past, he's like, wait, one moment, and just sticks his hand out.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for? It takes a moment.
All right.
Boom. Yes.
But the best part about that scene was when, like, some people might not have heard it because they were laughing, but when he said, I'm still worthy.
Yes.
That was a really big deal because he was worried because Stormbreaker doesn't have that requirement.
No.
So he's like, after all these years of him sitting out, like, I'm still worthy.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like everyone missed that part.
We'll see. We noticed it.
Yeah, we're writers, so.
Yeah. See, and then for me, one of the best small things was actually when Tony was dying. These two things actually both happened when Tony's dying. When Tony's dying, okay, most people who are writing a scene like this won't think about the fact that a 16-year-old kid who's losing his idol wouldn't be concerned about the fact that his wife is right there.
Right, yeah.
And she's like, I would really like to spend his last few moments with him, and she had to move him out of the way.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool because like most people would have had him act way more mature than he actually is, and just go, oh my God, Pepper, your husband's... No. He's like, oh my God, Mr. Stark. And she's like, get the hell
First off, my husband. He was also dead 5 minutes ago too. To be fair.
Yeah.
So he's had as a 16-year-old. Oh no, he's like what 14 or 15 now at this point.
Yeah, he's like 15.
He's had to deal with the fact that he died. Said goodbye to Tony. He's back. It's been 5 years, and now he's dying again after going through that whole fight scene.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then in that same thing, okay, I fully expected Tony to quip right there.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He just died quietly.
Yeah.
And then
but you know, so he said Pepper's name though.
He did.
He didn't say anything to Rhodey or Peter, but he put the effort out to say something to Pepper.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he died quietly, which I thought was like really, really powerful. Especially when the very next thing you heard was his voice, but it was a recording.
Right.
So they allowed him to say the last things he needed to say.
Right.
But without doing the cliche, as I'm dying, let me tell you all these things I need you to know.
Right. Like, but Walter, one of the best things that I think you just gloss over because there's so many things in this movie.
Right.
Earlier in the movie, when he said, "I figured out time travel," you know, like I can just go to sleep right now. Pepper said, "Well, could you rest?"
Yeah.
And then when he was dying, she said, "You can rest now." I was like, "Oh god."
Well, there's just so many things like tying off together when Tony gets the gauntlet, and he's like, "I am inevitable. I am Iron Man." Boom. And then and it's like the end of Iron Man 1. He's like, "Oh, blah blah." He's like, "I'm Iron Man."
Yeah.
And it's like just that
the weight difference of those words from the beginning of his journey to the end.
Yeah.
You know, and I love like the look on his face too, where he was like, "Hey, remember this?"
Yeah.
You know.
And then Thanos went, "Nope."
Yeah, he's like
sat down.
He's like, "I
just waited.
I guess I'll die." But
it's been fun.
But no, it was, and then also I saw one of these fan made trailers that brought this up that I thought was great. It was putting scenes from Infinity War and everything all together with the old stuff, and seeing Cap talk to Iron Man saying, "You're not the guy to make the sacrifice play. You know, to lay on the wire, let someone crawl over you," and just the difference between Tony then and him now.
Yeah.
Because he knew when he got that what was going to happen. He knew that this was the end of his life, and Iron Man 1 Tony was not capable of this.
Well, but even at the beginning of the movie, I something we haven't even talked about is they started off with lopping Thanos' head off.
Yeah.
I went for the head.
Dude, I know it was a sad scene, but the theater was like, yeah!
Yes. And then Tony, trying to recover, sitting there is like, no. He's like, I told you, this is what would happen if you didn't sign the Accords.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys should have listened to me. I'm going to my life.
To be fair, though, Tony was still wrong with the Accords.
Oh, yes.
Because in Infinity War, when Cap and them show up to help, and they helped when they were called, they showed up. The first thing Thunderbolt Ross said was arrest them.
Yeah.
Which I said this before in arguments to people about the Accords and whatnot. When Thanos shows up, when Galactus shows up, your piece of paper, your law, is not the one out there saving you.
Yeah.
It's going to be Captain America and his friends going to save you. Don't hinder them.
But when Tony came back, Cap was like, we're past that now.
Yeah.
It's like this is more important than anything else.
Right.
We can't go back. We have to figure this out.
Right. And I love the fact that Tony, instead of making the snap never happen, Tony said, "But what I've gained, I cannot lose."
Yeah.
And so he said, "Don't undo it. Just bring them to modern day."
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought that was cool. I also like how that builds off. One, I think that makes Galactus a viable big threat because if everyone remembers Thanos, some got snapped away, some didn't. Some had to fight for them to come back or wait for them to come back. Now they're like, oh no, there's a problem out there. Mutants are now going to be a problem too. But oh wait, no, we have to accept mutants. Galactus is out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're a mutant or not. Because what's really a mutant and what's just a superhuman, so...
Two things. One, I think we're going to be either getting Infinity Watch or Illuminati, because the Stones are still out
definitely.
there.
I definitely think that's
Can't put them back, so they're still out there.
Reed's still here.
Coming. And we're getting Professor X, which I would really like to be, one of the two actors currently playing him. But
it's not going to be, though.
It's
Walter?
There are...
Walter?
Dr. Phoenix is the last.
Walter? All right. Anyways, but one part that I really liked in theater, like hearing the reaction, was when it went 5 years later.
Yeah.
And it dragged it out. People were like, oh,
what?
They were like, they had to live in that timeline? Yeah. Like, everyone thought it was going to be fixed immediately.
Yeah.
And like, no, you live with it.
Yeah.
They held that L for a while.
And then just to make sure you understood the weight of it, they had the guy go, so I went out on a date, and he cried over the salad, and I cried over dessert, right? And we're going to go out again.
By the way, that was cool. One of the Russos was in that scene, and then Jim Starlin was in that scene too. Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Shout out to some of the people.
Oh, we talked about another small thing that I had to look up to figure out. Was the kid at the end?
Oh, yes, I had to look that up too.
I had to look it up because I didn't know why the heck that one random kid was there. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, it's that kid from Iron Man.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Speaking of the funeral, Speaking of the funeral, though, Captain Marvel, can she be human? First off, she's sitting there wearing like a power suit to end all power suits, and then like she's like, I'm just gonna sit here stoically by myself. It's like, why? Like, she has no... Like, first off, Walter, I don't know if you heard, but the cast of the Avengers did not like her either. No one on set liked her.
No, I hadn't heard that.
And if you look at some of their interviews together, like one of her last ones she did with Don Cheadle and Thor, like, they were actually arguing on the interview. She's not a great person from what I've heard.
Well, I understand in the scope of a brainwash, trying to get your memory back character, why she's a blank slate.
It's been 20 years.
But yeah, it's been 20 years.
It's only been it's been 20 years.
And her whole tryout and her whole tryout process was, I'm gonna go kick Thanos in the face. Wait, no, we all just got our butt kicked. You need to sit down. Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna do it. And Thor just stands up, calls Stormbreaker, is like, okay, she's good. No, okay, yes, we tried to get Fury. Fury trusted you. Thor gave you his pass, but is that all you need?
Also, I did like the fact that Thanos seemed to not know who Carol was. Because there's no way, if she's been touring space for the last 20 years, with getting involved with the Kree Empire, which one of them worked for Thanos, a guy who worked for Thanos prior had met her over at Infinity Stone.
And said he was coming back.
Yeah, said he was coming back for her.
So... he should have known. He should have been ready. Yeah. Also, that scene was stupid. Come back for the woman. Ronan smiled in that scene. Ronan doesn't smile. He accuses.
But yeah, that was kind of weird.
But you see, and like I think they have not done a good enough job with her, especially with the fact that they want her to lead Phase 4. She should have got humbled a whole lot more, because every great hero has a humbling moment.
Well, and that's what, going back and rewatching Infinity War isn't the story of them losing. It's the story of Thanos winning.
Yes.
And the if you put these two movies together, like Kill Bill, the All Is Lost moment, The Darkest Night, was when Thanos won. Right. So you got to put these two movies together, which is like, what, 5 hours? 5.5 hours?
Still not long enough.
Yeah. So
still not long enough.
But even still, you put them together, and it's the whole story. Yeah. But they needed Thanos to win for them to then realize what loss was.
Dude. Well, he did say in time, you will know what it is to lose.
They did.
They do know.
For 5 years.
They held that L.
Yeah.
One of the cool scenes that I actually found that a lot of people didn't understand what it meant was when Thanos was putting the gauntlet on towards the end, and Strange looks to Tony and puts up the number 1. People are like, what was he telling him? I'm like, this is the one. I was thinking, I'm like, you didn't get that?
Yeah, right.
he said he couldn't tell you. But at that moment he said, this is the one chance. Yeah. Go.
I was like, that's very plain.
And then some people couldn't, they're like, well, how did he get the stones out? What was the gauntlet made of? Oh, was it made of Iron Man's nanites? Yeah. Oh, the ones that listen to only Iron Man?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like that's probably how he did it. He probably just did this until it opened up, closed, bam.
Well, even still, they were struggling long enough for him to go bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
But even still, it was nanites.
Well, like, you saw, like, the hole opens up, it comes out, goes into his glove, closes. Yeah. And as you saw, it was still reforming when he fell away. So people,
it made sense.
Who were confused by that. I was like, really, though?
I was surprised on how well they tied up everything. Yeah. There were not a whole lot of loose ends, and they left it open for Phase 4, Black Panther.
Ask Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians.
He's like we all we all know who's in charge, right?
That was
me.
Great.
Like,
that
sure. Like that third
sure. When Thor stopped and looked at Quill, sure.
Yeah, sure.
It just takes the monitor back.
Like, you should fight for honor of leadership. Ooh, with knives.
That was great.
I love when Gamora and Nebula were looking at Peter. She's like, "This is the one." He's like, "Your choices were him or a tree."
Nebula played great. It was nice little
yeah.
way to get Thanos back into it. She got her moments.
Nebula got a lot of character. Like the first part of this movie was about Nebula. It seemed to me, which is good because she got
a lot of character development that she didn't have before.
I like the fact that Gamora from the past didn't just instantly fall in love with Peter because of what she'd been told. She's like, "No, I don't know you."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I barely know my sister. Like, we just met, really. You know, so.
And even that's like, we're confused because you just take that thing off. It's the same one.
So, I'm glad she actually killed her past self. Not like trying to, I'm going to save you. Like, no, I don't have time for this. Yeah. Hopefully I'm not dead after this, you know?
Nebulous, well, and that's what still.
Well, yeah, I mean, she was there for the explanation, too.
Yeah. So, also, quick question. Show of hands. Who actually cared about the people that Hawkeye was killing? I didn't feel bad.
Hawkeye felt bad about it.
I don't. He should have.
I don't. Well, he should.
He did.
He shouldn't have.
But I mean, the fact that he knew that his family was going to come back, and he still thought he should be the one to jump off the cliff. Made no sense for me.
Yeah, I would have been like, okay, Natasha, bye.
Well, maybe they'll go into what he's done, but you know, he could just have PTSD from all the fighting and all the things he's seen. He's probably seen some terrible things.
But his whole thing
done some terrible things. But still, he did with terrible people though.
Yeah.
He wanted his family. He signed the accord so he could be with his family. The movie starts off with him losing his family.
Yeah.
And then he sits there like, I have a chance to get my family back. I'm going to kill myself. No. Natasha's like, Natasha's arc worked perfectly to her sacrificing herself for her family that
including
she never
the point
had.
that she pointed out that the only family she has
was the Avengers.
Yeah. By the way, remember in Avengers 1 when she's talking to Loki? She said, I have a lot of red in my ledger. I think she's cleared it. I think they're even now, right?
Well, it was
at the very least.
Yeah.
When Red Skull was like, daughter of so and so, she's like, I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
Like that's news to me.
Right.
So which was going to tie into her movie probably.
I wonder if they're going to go into more of what Barton actually did in those years.
Well, he's got that whole TV show thing.
There's got to be something else that he's ashamed of that he did that he wouldn't want his family to know about. But like. Honestly, like I think, like, because he's kind of doing probably the same thing what Captain Marvel was doing. He's like, you know, like this unrest around the entire galaxy. Yeah. I guarantee you, like that Yakuza guy who's like, oh, we haven't done anything. Like, dude, you know good and well, in the power vacuum, you know good and well what y'all been doing for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So don't act like you didn't deserve this.
And plus, realistically speaking, yeah, if my family didn't get to make it, Yakuza guy doesn't get to make it.
Right.
No, like your evil butt don't get. Right. My kids didn't make it. Right. You ain't living.
And now you regular dead. You ain't coming back. I've loved that since Infinity War. I've had to explain to people, no, that person's not coming back. They're regular dead. Yeah. Like Quicksilver is regular dead.
Yes.
But okay, so I did think about this on the way here. Actually, now there were people who got snapped out of existence driving a car or flying a plane.
Who might have killed other people.
Yeah. And those people don't get to come back.
Nope, they're dead.
Because even though that other person, like that pilot, got snapped out of existence, when he came back, you
that building, people are like, really?
Well, but that's the thing. Everyone had to. It was a great scene when Peter hugged his friend.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Because people, when he walked in, it looked like everyone there was new.
Yeah.
Because most people had moved on.
Yeah.
But when he saw a friend, oh my God, you were snapped. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, they had to live with. We didn't exist.
Yeah.
There are people here who existed for 5 years where I didn't.
Yeah, they're in college
exist at all.
And we're still in high school.
Yeah. So there's that whole gap now of power and people and age, and we're like, oh no, things happened, and we have to live with it. Now, when other threats happen, there is no Cap America. It's Sam.
Right.
And
I wonder if Mysterio is gonna be someone who spawns out of the aftermath.
Oh yeah.
Of this.
See, I was thinking about that because like a lot of supervillains actually could pop up. You know how illogical people can be.
Yeah.
So a lot of supervillains could pop up just because well, when you brought these people back to life, why didn't my wife come back? Well, your wife died on a plane crash. Yeah, that's not fair.
Right.
You can get Mysterio or someone like that from just that.
Well, Vulture became in this universe. Vulture became a villain because he lost his contract.
Yeah.
To S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So.
Which, by the way, I agree with.
Well, I mean, you gotta get your money.
or at least the government should have come in and gave him the money he was getting ready to lose.
Right.
Yeah, that was a
D move right there.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. I mean, you don't piss off not Batman. What's his name?
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Vulture. I guess
it's still Batman.
It's Batman. But no, there's just so many. There's so many things.
It's so layered.
Like I feel like the moment we sign up here, we're gonna like 30 more things to talk about this movie.
Well, probably because it's just jam packed.
I mean, the first time Rocket and Groot got to hug each other.
Yeah.
Was in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
When Groot might have been getting ready to get destroyed, and Rocket was like, "No, you're not taking my friend."
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, it was.
Or when they come back, honestly, it was. I got goosebumps when T'Challa comes out. And he's yeah, I'm back. And then you hear it thunder through. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I love when Strange's like, "Is this everybody?" And he's like, "You wanted more? What a whole army!"
all the magic users put up the shield.
Yeah, dude, that whole little thing where they go, yeah, like that, like all the little shield. Oh, yeah. Dude. Oh yeah, when they block the shots from above.
The shots from above, yeah.
I love how calm they were too. They're like, nope, just shield.
Like
boom.
everyone's like, oh no, we're in trouble. You're fine.
Yeah,
you're fine.
Magic.
Yeah. And it was perfect. Splash pages everywhere.
Yeah. I love when Scarlet Witch got like first off, I don't know if it's happened in your theaters, but when she landed down, everyone's like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I don't even know who you are." He's like, "You will."
Yeah.
Basically, what she said was, "You're gonna learn today."
Yeah.
And that else got so because like, I think she's gonna probably tear him apart limb from limb.
She was about to.
He's like, "Fire on everything!" Like, but sir, no, fire on everything.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
Because honestly, she should be as powerful, if not more so, than Captain Marvel. Because they both have the same power source.
Mm-hmm.
Just Wanda in the comics has a little extra power, but they didn't really need an army. There's like 5 people that could take on everybody there.
They could. It was for all the other fodder that that he summoned with him.
Yeah. Yeah, so. And when Wanda started kicking the crap out of Thanos, I actually quoted what's her name, Okoye from the movie before, where it was like, why was she up there?
Yeah. Why was she up there? Like, she was so bad.
Right?
It's like, wait, what is this?
I know. And I loved when Shuri came back. I'm just happy Shuri came back.
Yeah.
She was dope. Yeah. She got some shots in.
And by the way, it's crazy to think, look, they were dead 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
They're back, and they're like, round 2, let's go.
Well, and that's the thing. They came, like, the Maw and the other children of Thanos, they don't know who these people are when they're walking into this.
Yeah.
But Black Panther, the M'Baku, everyone else is like, we just ended that fight.
Yeah.
You getting these hands now.
That's true. Yeah, because they didn't win that last fight. Yeah. Outside of the,
Yeah. And to be fair, they did have 5 years of rest.
No, they didn't exist.
They didn't exist.
They didn't exist.
Look, there's nothing more restful than that.
It was a second to them. They're like, oh, I'm back.
All of a sudden, they're like, I'm not. Oh, what happened? I was turning into dust a second ago.
Keep in mind, because they were snapped. Like, they got snapped back. The mansion blew up.
Yeah.
And then they stepped through.
Yeah.
They did not have a lot of time to organize that.
But see, Peter was aware of what had happened to him.
Spider sense.
So I know the spider sense thing, but like Peter was actually aware of what happened to him. So I have a feeling that they were aware of what happened. So when they walked out,
they walked out, like,
so when they walked out, they're like, "This ain't happening again." Like
I'm sure Strange, like, hey, quick update. Thanos is out there. Is fight still going? Let's go.
And I bet you Okoye was like, "Yes, my sequel."
Right.
And I'm guessing she was probably running.
She was
Wakanda.
Most likely, yeah.
By the way,
she was the hologram.
Yeah. When they talked about the underwater quake, how much you wouldn't bet that's Namor?
It probably is.
And, how are you handling it? You handle it by not handling it. Probably because she's like, because at that point they couldn't say it. Well, she's probably, but what their intent was. That's Namor.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because he has drowned Wakanda before.
Because isn't he technically a mutant?
He's a mutant and
an Atlantean.
Yeah.
And he's also part of the Illuminati.
Which is why he has those stupid little wings on his feet.
Those are stupid. Dude, honestly, I just want to just chop them off. Like, here, I have regular feet.
That has happened.
Good.
They grew back.
Oh, that's gross.
But I think Galactus and the Illuminati are the next phase of villains.
Secret Wars would be good too.
Secret War with the
I think the next phase villain, honestly, will be Adam Warlock. I think he'll wake up.
They have set him
and,
up.
And I think he will collect the stone, thinking that he should be God. And I think they'll have to beat him. And eventually, like, he might come out as the Magus and then learn to be Adam Warlock later. Because Adam's not really a bad guy. He's kind of an indifferent guy.
In the middle, yeah.
He's kind of indifferent.
Yeah, he's kind of, I'm really powerful. Okay, so
chaotic, neutral.
But that would be cool if they maybe in Guardians 3 they run into him.
Well, I think they've set up to go after Gamora. Adam Warlock's been set up in the Guardians universe as a thing. I think on Earth, if you get, I really want Avengers vs. X-Men, just to solidify.
I kind of don't now because the people that I wanted to see leading the Avengers side are now gone.
But see, that's why I think it'll be interesting. Because if you can get good people in on the X-Men, like a good Professor X, a good Cyclops, he has to be a terrible person, but just a good actor to play him. Wolverine, and mix them in with Sam, T'Challa. We get a good Fantastic Four. Get Reed Richards. I'm telling you, they have it there. They just have to put the right people in place.
Right.
Not this garbage that they've been putting out with Fox. Doom is perfect. Doom can be a villain for Panther.
Yeah, and they'll do him right, finally. Cause Dr. Doom is one of my top 5 villains of all time.
The other 4 villains in your top 5 list are beneath Doom. And I believe
not the Joker.
I believe Doom would say that. Doom would say you're beneath Doom.
Doom would say that.
Doom thinks he's above everyone, which makes him dangerous.
Doom actually thinks he's above a future version of himself. Yeah. Because he's had this conversation.
Yes, he is.
He's Doom.
If you're not Doom, you are beneath Doom. In your future Doom, you're still beneath Doom.
Like Doom from 2099 met Dr. Doom from now, and Dr. Doom from now was like, "You can't be Doom.
Yes,
I'm better than you."
No, one of my favorite Doom lines is when he bursts in and Spider-Man starts to attack him, and he's like, "Hey, would you get this little boy off of me?" He's like, "Oh, what? I thought you were attacking us." It's like, "No, Doom was entering." It's like, what? How do you enter rooms?
Yeah,
through a door or a window?
He's like,
like a peasant?
Yes.
You know, like, no, I am Doom. Like, I make an entrance.
You will know when Doom designs to attack you.
Yes.
Like I love that Earth's Mightiest Heroes when during the Skrull Saga when he just opens a hole in the wall, drops down a USB flash drive, and goes, "This is how you will find the Skrulls." And
he leaves. Are you going to stay to help?
No. that is beneath Doom. And then he leaves.
Talks about himself in the third person, runs his own country.
Right.
Even in Age of Apocalypse is like, "No, I'm fine."
Right.
And when people ask me about, like, when people tell me good luck, I actually always quote Dr. Doom whenever I tell them how I feel about luck. I don't believe in luck. Luck is for those fools who cannot walk the paths of their fate unaided.
Right.
Like
I'm Doom. I make things happen.
I am Doom. I make my own luck.
But back to Endgame. One scene that I loved was all the scenes I loved, but one scene I really loved was when Cap was by himself, facing off against the whole army. That one splash page shot of him with the half shield, and he was still ready to fight. I was like, oh.
But what makes it even better was when early in the movie they go back in time. He faces off against himself. I can do this all day. I know. He's like, I know.
That is America's butt.
There's a perfect amounts of funny, perfect amounts of, even in the midst of battle. No, give me Stormbreaker. You take Mjolnir. Take the small one.
Right.
Okay. The throwback outfits. Okay. Captain America's outfit from the first Avengers. Still horrible, but I didn't know it was horrible in the first Avengers
until the next one came out.
Until the next one when I saw how much better they were, and I was like, "Oh my god, that was terrible."
Remember that first outfit was a propaganda outfit.
It was.
Yeah, it was, and it was also that throwback to the original one because Coulson was so in love with Captain America.
Yeah.
So that was horrible. But then on the flip side, I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but Tony's Iron Man armor in this movie was designed from his original Iron Man armor. Yeah. So like I was looking at that, and when he came out, and I saw the colors,
with the muscles, like
I was like, oh god, I was having a complete.
Walter, the Russos are like, hey guys, let's make the greatest comic movie ever made.
Yes. Flashback to Hulk in New York.
Yeah,
when he's just smashing them.
And I was like. Hashtag that's my Hulk.
But then Professor Hulk's like, this is kind of gratuitous, but okay.
I do like that people like him now, though. I like that fact, you know. Yeah. But I think that him being liked has made him weak.
It has.
He needs to be hunted again.
He does. He does.
But no, yeah, I love that. Just there's so many things.
All the flashbacks were great because you see like the ending of the story that we don't get to see. You know, Loki and struggling with the space stone. He's like, oh dang it! He's like, I just got hooked in the face.
Wait, Thor, wait. Tony, I'm gonna try this, okay? And he shocks him. I didn't know it was gonna work. Oh man, like he was. It's like Thor. Oh, speaking of Thor,
that was great.
When he saw his mother again, dude.
Oh, that was.
You know, he's like, I'm totally from the future. She's like, I was raised by witches. And then kind of like with Barry's mom. Like she's like, no, don't tell me. Whatever has to happen. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but see, I still recognize my boy. I got the feeling that she knew.
Yeah.
Like Thor's getting ready to tell her, she's like, no.
She was raised by witches.
I think when Thor came back and now she's talking to the future Thor, I think she knows now because she's looking at Thor's reaction to her. I mean, it's clear. Yeah. She knows her son doesn't cry.
She knows that she's gonna die. I mean, they're pretty much immortal, so she knows she's gonna die and soon.
Right. It's either her or Odin to make him react this way. Yeah. You know. So and it ends up being both. Yeah, right. But no, I like that scene, and of course, the worthy scene was a big moment.
Yeah. I am worthy.
I just
leaving Asgard to Valkyrie. Saying, like, you're the better leader. I am who I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly around space, punching people in the face.
I think Thor will be king again once he's way older, and they're ready to bring his daughter in to be the new Thor substitute. Yeah. Because in Avengers Next, I like his daughter, the one with the sword.
Yeah.
I think. The smart move is to bring her in eventually, and then have Thor be, God King Thor, like all old with a huge beard.
Actually, when you think about it,
he can get Valkyrie.
His daughter his daughter comes from him and Valkyrie.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, his daughter is his. Yeah,
and those two work really well together.
They do.
So he can still be the king. She can still be the queen of Asgard, and then we can get the super awesome sword chick.
Who will be mixed,
but
and that will drive more people crazy.
Yeah, they're like, no, but Norse pureness.
But how funny was it when they're like, okay, where were the stones and what times? Like, okay, the Soul Stone. It was in Jane Foster. We were dating at the time.
Yeah, and, old flame of mine, and we're not together anymore. And then my father, who's also dead.
That was another thing. I kept quoting us during this movie too, because remember for our first year in creating offshoot comics, what did we say? We said the same people can't keep getting the same powers in New York all the time. But 3 of the Infinity Stones were in New York at the same time.
When they're sitting there, and she's like, guys, if you go the right year, there's 3 stones in New York. Hulk's like, shut the front door.
You're right.
It's like, what? It's like, why? Why New York? But
right, yeah, exactly. Why New York?
Yeah, that scene was great. I'm glad real Nebula wasn't a traitor.
Yes,
I'm glad that wasn't.
She develed,
and which was nice. I also like that she didn't do what she did in the original comic series, where she didn't go crazy and get the gauntlet.
Oh,
I like a character actually be able to overcome something and then grow, not regress.
Well, I mean, I was kind of torn on Clint carrying it, but whatever. He was one of the original 6. But the only people who carried it were people who were, quote unquote, worthy. T'Challa, Carol.
Oh no, yeah. He was somebody who was like, I don't want this. Yes. I don't want someone take it. Spider-Man carrying it was hilarious. Yes. He's like, oh hi, oh god. By the way, wait, quick question, guys. Here's something that's really important. The Infinity Gauntlet original 8-part series versus the Infinity Saga from the MCU. I think the MCU did it better than the comic. I'm just going to put that out there.
I think it will age better than the original run. Because in the original run, Thanos is like, I'm courting Lady Death, and I want to be boyfriend, girlfriend with Lady Death. Right. And that's his whole drive. But in the cinematic universe, you have Thanos who's like, no, I see a problem. We're running out of resources. If we eliminate half of everything, everywhere,
instead of creating just double.
No, it doesn't make sense.
But yeah, I got into this conversation actually with Will and a bunch of his friends. So Will and a bunch of his friends were trying to discuss whether Thanos was actually evil or whether he was good but doing it the wrong way. And I was like, no, he's just evil. And they were like, well, why is it? And I was like, dude, he could have taken the power of creation and just doubled or tripled all the resources and let everybody live in harmony.
But the problem
he felt the need to destroy.
Well, here's the thing, though.
He's not the Mad Titan, then.
Walter, the problem with just creating more resources, it spurs the creation of more people, and then you have the same problem. And on top of there not being more resources and stuff, you have more conflicts happening, too. If you have it, though, if everyone survives through that, his point was that maybe through that loss, y'all are going to come together, figure it out, be a little better, and there's more resources for you guys, to go around.
Yeah, no, that ain't going to happen.
I'll watch
Because you don't get better from being given more free stuff. You get better from loss and realizing, hey, guys, let's do the best what we have now. As far as what Thanos thinking.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't happen. Not with humans, anyway.
It does for a little bit.
No. like, once we get over self-pity, then greed comes back.
Yeah, but
that's why
Thanos
erase half.
Well, that's why Thanos said, I have to start over.
Yeah.
That's what he just realized, like, okay.
The only thing I disagreed with Thanos with, honestly, was when he destroyed the stones. Like, I used the stone to destroy the stones. That is stupid.
It makes sense because he said all that's left is temptation, and you can go mad with that kind of power.
He was already mad.
Yeah, he didn't want to go more.
He's a sociopath.
But he had a specific goal. He had a plan. He followed his 3-step plan.
Like
he got to profit.
He did what he said.
Yeah.
And also, the temptation couldn't just be about him. Because remember, they came there for the stones.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm Thanos, I'm saying bring it.
Yeah. Well, also, he probably would have tried to bring Gamora back, which if he had found a way to do it with the stones, it probably would have undone the snap or something. So he's like, it's just better just to... I can't be undone now.
Yeah.
And Ant-Man's like, watch this.
But that was interesting, too. He's like, it was 5 minutes for me. It's 5 years. Or 5 hours. Yeah. It's 5 years? What? He's like, I haven't aged at all.
By the way.
Which Paul Rudd is immortal, so.
Cassie. I'm glad she didn't get snapped.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Ant-Man or Wasp? Who's she going to become later? Because, she's going to become somebody.
Go Wasp.
Probably Wasp, you think? Yeah. But who's going to be Ant-Man, then?
It's Paul Rudd still. He's immortal. He's like Keanu Reeves. He does not age.
It's really true though. He had this show Herman's Head in the 90s.
Yeah.
Look at Herman's Head. He looks just like that.
You know what's crazy? Paul Rudd was in Clueless in the 90s. Look at Paul Rudd in Clueless.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He was what's her name's boyfriend.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He was Alicia Silverstone's boyfriend at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
Look at him then. Look at him now.
He looks just like that.
He might be a time vampire.
And Keanu Reeves.
A time vampire.
I'm telling you.
They're really black.
Right? they're half black. Or they had that revitiligo or something. But no, it's everything about this movie
was amazing.
It was amazing. It $1.2 billion in 3 literal days. I'm glad they opened it up at the same time in the whole world, not that whole staggered BS.
Yeah.
China's already been like 306 million, I think it was.
Yeah.
In the rest of the world, it's been like 500 million. It's been like, I think over 100, 200 million here.
Yeah.
Like some crazy amount.
Crazy
if this doesn't win, everything.
It has to win an Academy Award.
It's got to win.
It has to.
And here's the risk that they run if they don't have it win Best Picture and a bunch of other stuff. No one will ever take them seriously after this.
I think they're already starting to not take the Academy seriously.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah.
That's why Panther was part of it.
Past few years.
And they know that because every year they've had lower ratings and and stuff. But this is a cinematic achievement in human history.
Yes.
It should automatically get Best Picture for this year because nothing else. No matter how indie art house it's been, no matter how highly praised, nothing else has ever been like this.
No.
I mean, the entirety of humanity.
It doesn't matter if, what's his name? The guy who played Lincoln, what's the name's actor?
Oh,
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if Daniel Day-Lewis comes out of retirement and makes a movie. It doesn't matter anything. If this does not win Best Picture, it is a travesty and a farce.
And it makes all the award shows jokes.
It is.
Because you can't just say, oh, it's a dumb comic movie. Okay, yes, Thor the Dark World, fine. But this had a plot that people had to follow over 10 years across 22 films. This had great acting, great action, great visuals.
Special effects.
People were crying in these films, and not just women and children.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Walter. Okay,
Walter
one tear.
Walter is literally
one manly tear.
Walter is literally made out of a rock material with no liquids in his body, and he cried. So I mean, but like for you to get everyone to cry, I mean, if you get people to not talk during the film because they're silent because the reaction, like in the opening when Clint's family gets snapped. The theater was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then they were silent. When you get the whole crowd to react to seeing the words 5 years later over the course of 20 seconds, drawn out, you have the best film.
To tell them there is no end credit scene, and for my whole theater stayed through the whole ding-dang credits. It was forever.
Yep.
They stayed through the whole thing.
By the way, first off, the end credits when they sign the name, fantastic.
Yes.
I love seeing everybody get brought back to this movie, except for the guy who played Red Skull, I guess. But I loved the last thing you heard at the end when it said Marvel Studios, the Iron Man suit being made.
Yeah.
The ding, ding. I love that. Just
soundtrack, special effects, acting, supporting acting, makeup,
the script, to be able to tie all that stuff together across 22 films. Walter, Rian Johnson couldn't tie together the third act to the first act of Last Jedi. And the Russos did it over 22 films, most of which they weren't even involved in.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of that, Rian Johnson has already made it perfectly clear that this next Star Wars movie is gonna pretty much throw everything he did
out the window.
Yes,
yeah,
as it should.
Because JJ's saying, "Oh no, we're going back to the original formula," and so forget everything you heard. But the Russos and Feige stuck to. They were like, once they got the reins and like, we made Avengers with Joss Whedon. They're like, okay, we can do a thing. We just have to keep this formula going. Make sure we make mediocre to good movies, and then they made this.
Yeah.
And now, for like David said, this is forever a Paramount picture because everything now has to be referred to Endgame.
Yeah. No longer Citizen Kane. This is now the Endgame of whatever it is.
It's not Pulp Fiction.
By the way, I will now watch whatever the Russos do.
Well,
I've been watching
the trailers. There was a movie with Chadwick Boseman and the Russo brothers, and he's some detective. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. First off, I was like, oh, cool, Black Panther and the Russos are together again. Awesome, I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
I'm at the point now where if I don't want to see a movie that they're doing, I might go buy a ticket and not go see it. Just to support, they should, if they can. I mean, I know honestly they want to do a lot now with their now supremacy over the film format.
Oh yeah.
But I would love them to be in charge going forward. And if Kevin Feige has to step down, then please put one or both of the Russos in charge.
As a DC fan, I want to see Kevin Feige go to DC, Warner Brothers.
I don't think he can save that.
I think once his contract is done, the no compete clause runs out or whatever, go to Warner Brothers, do the same thing.
What they should do,
make it amazing.
And I think Warner Brothers I think this could work. Hear me out. Back in the 90s, when DC was going through some troubles, they actually offered Marvel the chance to do some of their stuff, like to license some of their stuff. Just do it again. Say, hey, look. We'll pay half each for the movies, right? You produce the movies, just give us some profits,
I don't see
and then we'll go.
It.
Here's the thing, though.
No, they won't.
They can either be a part of something great, or be crushed under the foot of greatness.
They've already been crushed. Like basically for Warner Brothers, everything that happens now is post snap.
You know what they could do? They could do one movie or a set of movies. DC versus Marvel.
They could.
It could. I mean, the comic exists for it.
They could.
It does.
So
it won't ever happen though.
But if they did that, it would be the shot in the arm. I think they would need to get people to trust them again.
But they would need a superior Batman to run things.
That's true.
And they don't have that at the moment. The only Batman currently I think under contract is Sir Friendzone from Titans. Yeah.
They can get Michael Keaton.
They need to get Michael
to be Batman
Keaton.
And then have him fight Vulture.
I mean, since Michael Keaton basically he keeps claiming he's still Batman. I mean, so like he goes everywhere. It's like, I don't care who's playing Batman. I'm Batman.
Michael Keaton, Kevin Smith. Right. They've said Tim Burton and Michael Keaton need to make a Batman Beyond movie.
Dude,
and it's true.
Basically,
it is true.
It's like in Batman Beyond in the cartoon when Terry said I'm Batman and Bruce said no, I'm Batman. You're the guy in the suit.
Yeah. That is true.
Know?
That is also true.
But they do need to make Batman Beyond.
They do.
Poor DC. I know this is a hard time for y'all.
Well, like I'm saying, they just got snapped.
I mean,
they just got snapped.
No, to be fair, they have made a couple of movies recently.
No, they made two.
They've made a couple.
They've made two. Literally just two.
Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Aquaman were not terrible.
No,
Wonder Woman and Shazam were good. Aquaman, Jason Momoa is good.
Yes. The movie didn't make a lot of
Everything
sense.
around him was terrible.
Yes.
Nah, I liked Aquaman, but
why though?
He liked Jason Momoa, is what he's saying.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I like Aquaman. I think Aquaman is a great hero, but
you said the movie though. You said the hero.
Yeah.
The movie was good. It wasn't great.
It wasn't
good.
Batman versus Superman.
That's true.
No,
that's true.
But their problem still is the same thing. They had a chance to break new ground. They started up. They were doing. They basically were trying to do what Avengers Endgame just did.
Yeah.
So it was darker. It was more serious. It had real consequences. That's what DC was trying to do. Yeah. And if they had stuck to the formula that they started out with, they might have actually gotten here before Marvel did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they got scared. They backed off. They turned Justice League into Iron Man 3. And then...
And they're wasting Idris Elba in Suicide Squad.
Well, but see, that's the thing. Like, if...
And they're not even having him as Deadshot.
No.
They're leaving Deadshot open so Will Smith could do it again in Part 3 if he decides to.
Why do you have Idris Elba in universe when you have Green Lanterns in your universe?
Because they want a white Green Lantern. But it doesn't... Like, if they would have had Steppenwolf fight Suicide Squad, that solves Suicide Squad's villain problem. If you have him defeated by the Suicide Squad, and then Darkseid come in and smack Superman in the face in Justice League, okay, now you have somewhere to go to.
Yeah.
But they got scared, and they're like, no, Enchantress. No, we have to do these other things. Marvel has owned everything they've done. They had the kid from Iron Man 3 who fixed his suit when Tony was having the crisis of faith. They had back to Age of Ultron, Dark World with the Soul Stone. They had Winter Soldier stuff, Captain America, First Avenger stuff. They tied everything together.
No matter how good or bad it was.
No, right, exactly.
They tied it all
They went back and made Dark World interesting.
It did. They did.
I actually know what happened in the movie now. I did not remember what happened in the movie for the life of me till Endgame.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no. I was just gonna say, which by the way, one of the other little things I liked was the fact that they didn't have Thor go and run into Jane Foster. Mm-hmm. Because Fat Thor was never going to get her to believe that he was the Thor she was in love with 10 seconds ago who had the six pack
and the long hair.
Plus, the fact that she broke up with him shows that she's not worth it. Straight up.
Well, I mean Natalie Portman. I don't even know if that was even a new scene. Or
there was
her.
But yeah.
Okay.
Also, besides, he's like, I kind of got Valkyrie now, but she's always gonna look this good. So
and she can fight.
Now, see what DC should have did after Justice League is they should have just canceled everything.
Yes.
And start over.
Yeah.
Wait for Endgame to be over, because a lot of people are hesitant about Phase 4 and beyond because of what some of the actors who were carrying it are no longer part of it. And with them saying that Captain Marvel is going to be leading it and people not really liking her, it's kind of a toss-up. Well, what you do is when Phase 4 launches, that's when you come out with your first new movie. You can either do Flashpoint or ignore all of it and just do Justice League War, where when they come together fight Darkseid.
Best thing.
Just ignore it and come out with the League.
Yes.
We don't need origin movies.
No.
We know who they are.
Yeah.
The only one we needed an origin for the masses is Shazam, and you just had that. So just wait. You should just waited for because Marvel was always take all the air out of the room.
Yeah.
All right, they beat you.
Yeah.
Except the round 1 lost. Okay. Now it's round
Rematch.
2. Here's your rematch. Okay.
It's round 4.
It's round 4.
Yeah, it's round 4.
They beat you for 4 phases.
Knock you down, yeah.
But no, like that they should have did is waited for the turn.
Yeah.
Because as long as they kept trying to go back and forth, people are always gonna be like, "Oh yeah, these movies suck."
Yeah.
And I think Shazam, Wonder Woman, and also Aquaman. I think they could have made more money if not for the fact that the other movies were bringing them down. Because a lot of people saw DC movies as just sucking in general and not really being enthusiastic about seeing them. Yeah. And also, some people who did see them, because they already walk in with those glasses of I hate DC movies, they just see things as worse.
Well, I love DC, and I didn't see Aquaman opening weekend. And I love DC movies.
Neither did I.
Well, I love DC, the brand.
I saw it like 3 weeks after it came out.
Exactly.
I went in one day when there was just nobody there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it still made $1 billion.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a big deal for me to see it right away. I was going to see it,
right?
But I didn't care.
And eventually,
if I saw it the first day.
when they had word of mouth, it got bigger and better.
Yeah.
And then of course they had Shazam, which just knocked it out of the park.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
I still haven't seen Shazam yet.
You really should.
See, and that's what
Shazam!
I've been saying they need to do Justice League War for a while because it introduces everyone together. At the end, you have the quote unquote Justice League. Mm-hmm. They fight each other at the beginning, and then they fight Darkseid at the end.
Right.
There's character. Whatever.
They should just do shot for shot recreation of the cartoon.
They should.
They should do War. Then they should do one movie with the Injustice League from another universe coming over, and then go right into Tower of Babel. With after Batman having experienced
what was the
Evil League
name of the movie?
What?
Doom? It was Doom.
Justice League Doom. Yeah.
They have the scripts.
Yeah.
They have the scripts. They should just
do it. Just do it.
Also,
Idris Elba should be Green Lantern.
Should be.
Because everyone in our age group, we grew up with Jon Stewart Green Lantern.
Yes.
I remember, and I loved hearing this, by the way, when I was in the theaters for Green Lantern, and I heard people talking, they're like, "Who's the white guy?" they're like, I thought Green Lantern was black. Right. And I loved hearing that, by the way. Yeah. And I was like, well, actually, the first one is Hal Jordan, but no one likes him though.
No one likes him. And then with Arrow,
Kyle Rayner would have been.
By the way, wait, are y'all caught on Arrow?
No.
Okay. Do you care about spoilers?
No.
All right. Warning. Spoilers. Arrow spoilers. So last episode, you meet John's stepfather, whose name is General Stewart.
Nice.
And he's married to his mother currently, which means his mother's last name is probably also Stewart. And they had a falling out, because he thought that his stepdad was a coward and let his dad die. Turns out it was the other way around. But he was lying to John, so he thought his father was a hero. I'm pretty sure he's gonna take the name and he'll be John Stewart, and then that'll be his last thing he was afraid of was embracing his dad, and then he'll conquer it. And then the way they advertise this, so there's a part in the episode where he's standing in the Arrow Cave, and there's like a green glowing wall. He's standing in front of it, and there's a picture of him doing that. And on his Twitter, he says, #beware my power. I'm like, dude.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, just say it. Just say it. Put the ring on and do it. Put the ring on. I think that's why Arrow is ending until next season. Because I think they can't afford to do all those shows and Green Lantern.
Yeah.
But Green Arrow can guest star on Green Lantern show.
Yeah.
Because they're already friends anyway.
Well,
so.
And in the comic books, they actually work together all the time.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Even Marvel with their TV shows, Marvel, they were like, oh, the New York incident. Even though we're street level people in New York, but we still know about the aliens in New York.
Well, so I liked how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. handled it. And first off, I like the fact that even though the first season and a half was rocky, they kept pushing forward because, and I'll fight anyone on this. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the last 3 seasons have been really good, and they're only getting better. They deal with being hooked up with the MCU a lot better than the Netflix shows.
Yeah. And
that is because the people who are in charge of the Netflix shows and the people who are on the movie side actually don't like each other.
No, they don't.
That's why it's referred to as the incident, because they only want to do the very minimal work of referencing them. I think it's Perlmutter who's in charge of the TV side. Ike Perlmutter, and he does not get along with Feige.
No, they don't.
And that's why they're not. Because honestly, dude, I think it was a missed opportunity, but obviously it's because of squabbling. But the Defenders should have shown up at Endgame.
They should have.
They should have been one of the people. You didn't even show them fighting. Just have them come out of the portals.
Yeah.
Ready to fight.
Yeah. And
then we just assume that they're fighting, you know? But, because that doesn't make any sense. Because Iron Fist is super strong. His girlfriend's super strong. Jessica Jones is super strong. Luke Cage is super strong. Yeah. Daredevil is a lot better than some of the regular humans you had fighting out there.
Yeah.
Very
effective.
So, and then the Punisher, man, you get the Punisher some Wakanda weapons.
Or some space weapons. Yeah. Because all of them are available.
Yeah, exactly. You're Thanos. You're a half measure. Walter, you got that right.
Frank Castle would be the worst person with the gauntlet.
Dude, he'd be like, I'm a full measure. Everyone dies.
Yep.
Oh, man. But, guys, we could go
forever.
3 hours and 20 minutes exactly on how good this movie is. Like, I guarantee you, before this is all over, there'll be reviews that are longer than Endgame about Endgame, and I will watch the whole thing.
Yes. There will be college courses on Endgame and the Marvel theory.
There will be. Mm-hmm. This is going to be just like some of those anime classes.
Yeah.
You know, where they sit back and they go, okay, let's talk about what Lelouch did and why.
Right.
Let's talk about what Thanos did and why.
And argue about it.
Yeah.
Also, Stanley cameo, which is great.
Yes.
Last one.
Yeah, I said bye when he went across the screen.
Yeah. Ken Jeong as the stand-in for Stan Lee was funny.
This feels like this could be the last movie they do, and they can walk away from it. I like how for the cameo they had the "Nuff Said" thing. Yeah. Endgame. Nuff Said.
Yeah.
We did it. We finished.
Jack Kirby got it before it said Jack Kirby and Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Characters created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. I don't know if their family got anything out of it, but
they did. Starting with Age of Ultron, they were able to get some stuff.
Stan Lee got some love. Jack Kirby got some love.
Honestly, first thing I thought of at the end of the film, I was like, hey, that's really cool. Until Offshoot breaks this record.
Right. Yes.
But yeah, guys, this movie was fantastic. Also, we're back. So I told you we're doing videos more consistently. So this is happening.
Yes.
We didn't lie to you. Offshoot does many things, but a liar is not one of them. See, look, there's so many lines in this movie.
Call back.
Oh, but guys, a lot is coming up for us. We have our Kickstarter, which will be coming at some point in the near future. We're waiting on the last finishing touches from Starburns. It's our first time dealing with a big studio, so some hurdles to overcome, some things that we're not used to, but we're getting it.
It is inevitable.
We are not in control of everything that we do anymore, so
right on that front, at least. But please be on the lookout for that. I'm going to Japan next week, so I'll be doing some videos from Japan.
Not jelly at all.
You should be.
I'm so jelly.
I'm getting paid to go to Japan. Don't worry, I'm gonna see if I can find you some One Piece stuff.
Yes, please.
If not, let me know if there's any Gundam things, because I'm for sure going to the Gundam
base.
By the way, guys, I'm gonna get paid to go to the Gundam base and show off my models. I didn't think life could get that great. I'm ready to go after that, honestly. I saw Endgame. I'd be like, hey, it's cool. But no, yeah. So keep an eye out for the stuff from Japan and whatnot.
Jelly.
You should be.
That's so cool.
You are right to be jelly.
So,
but don't worry. Next time we go to Japan, there'll be an offshoot trip.
Just don't be like Hawkeye while you're in Japan.
Nah, I wouldn't use a bow and arrow.
He had a sword.
But it was
a nice sword too.
It was a really nice sword actually. And apparently cuts through Thanos' guys like super. Like he was in the air and backslashed somebody. He just forward A and attacked him and just cut him clean in half.
And those hounds had broken through Wakanda's shield.
Yeah,
so that's a nice sword.
Vibranium.
It might be.
I mean, that's Marvel's answer to everything. Vibranium.
Vibranium.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, until next time. Wait, real quick. We should do a Phase 4 video, like a theorizing video.
Theories. What's coming forward?
Like we should plan out Phase 4.
We could do that.
That'd be cool.
In a few days.
Let us know down below, guys, if you want to see us do that. So, let us know in the comments. But until then, we've been your host, Kirby Kid.
Black Superman.
Simply Cedric.
See you later, guys.